Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another WWE Champions video, and today we're looking back, again, very soon, much sooner than I thought I would look back, at Shawn Michaels' Mr-WrestleMania. In case you don't know, a lot of new things for Shawn have come out today. He's got a new gear, a new plate, new belts have been also put out. The Mythic belts have finally been shown, and he does have one available as well. Now, I do not have his own plate or belt for this preview. This preview is specifically going to be on what I think is the most important new thing he got, and that is his gear. Now, before we get into Shawn, I do want to show one new thing that came out, I think maybe a while ago, maybe a day or two ago, but is really being shown now, and that is belt converters. So I'm just going to quickly show this to you with someone like Charlotte Flair, because she's one I'm going to convert here. Also, plate removal has changed. I now have 150 instead of 100, and anyone who doesn't have the strap pass will have now 30 instead of 10. As you can see, though, there is now a new button here known as Convert. You can now convert your belt to a different kind, which we're going to go here to this 200. Now, what happens is the original belt, aka this one, will get destroyed. However, all the medals and plates go to this belt. And the cool thing about this, which is going to save, I think, a lot of people skill plate removal, is it costs no plate removal. It doesn't cost anything. And as you can see there, this belt was not reinforced, and now it auto-reinforced itself. So it doesn't cost anything other than the fact that the original belt is destroyed. But if you're a character like who we're talking about today, Shawn Michaels, well, it really won't matter having his 200% gem belt for an ultimate if you get a 250-300 gem belt for him. So just keep that in mind if you're someone who is a little worried about maybe putting that belt on him, or you're like, well, why get that belt because I'll have to spend removal to put it on it. It actually doesn't cost anything other than destroying the original belt. So that's just one thing I wanted to showcase. Now let's get into Shawn himself. I have two builds for you today, just like I did in my last preview that wasn't very long ago. I did two builds, except now I have a graphic for the tricolor build that I did use in that video. So I got all that going. So belt, if you're someone who did watch that one before, the belt is the exact same. It's a 200%, 100% gem. We are going to be rocking the entirety of this preview, the Green Piper and the Mini Green Rumble. If you don't know what these are, whenever you destroy 20 green, generate 20 green gems. Not when you destroy 20 green, destroy 20 just gems, you will generate 20 green. And then Green Piper, whenever you make 4 more Piper, Pyro gems, increase all gem by 100, and then green gem by 500. So that is green gem 600%. So that is what we are rocking for the belt the entirety of this preview as well. Obviously, the big thing I showcase here is we have 2 gear bonuses now with the new Cel-Shaded gear. I am not a big fan of Cel-Shaded, I can tell you right now. To me, this doesn't look nearly as cool as his other 2, but if you want to rock it, you certainly can. However, for the remainder of this preview, I will still be rocking the WrestleMania 26 gear. However, having both gears is 1,500% on green gem, which is an absurd amount of green gem. And if you're someone who is looking to get the Cel-Shaded gear but doesn't have the WrestleMania 26 gear, I do have a preview technically of only 1 gear already available and out. So if you want to watch that to see that kind of damage and not obviously all 3 gear, that'll be probably showing up in the top right corner. So that is what we're looking at for gears, is 1,500%, which is a significant thing on top of having an increase from the pyros, from the Piper plate, and then also having a built-in 100% from this move. So this is our first build. This is by far the most common build that Shawn have, and in my original video, I actually really didn't like it, as I didn't think it was really hitting as hard as I liked. I would have wanted it to. Therefore, then I swapped to the other build that I will showcase in this video. So this build, 5 charge purple, the flying form smash is going to deal damage. Swap a 7x2 random arena green. The pin bar will not move, and it is a fantastic reversal. If the opponent generated a trap gem, at least one, we convert all trap in a multi of strength 10, which obviously now with this gear and everything is very significant if he's got multis on the board. Really good reversal, just overall really good move. Sweet Chin Music is a 9 charge green, and it'll deal damage and make the bottom 3 rows into pyro gems, which will make all gems above it into green. Then deal damage and increase your green gem by 100% for a turn. That is absolutely beautiful to have, especially with 1500% gear. And on top of the built-in 100, obviously we have the 600% from the Piper plate. Lastly, the finisher, the diving elbow drop, deals damage and destroy row 5, and then deal additional damage and destroy row 7. Now, the mini green rumble will set off twice because we are destroying more than 20 gems, and it is a combo move, so it does allow that. Or even sometimes if you destroy 20 with this move and this move, again, it will still give you that 20 gem twice. So in reality, we're actually going to chuck 40. If you had his plate, which in case you don't know, I believe it's called Heartbreaker and is on the prize wall, is whenever you destroy 7 pyro, generate 49 green, and that is a basic plate. Keep that in mind, which is very good. I presume because this is destroys 5 and 7, this will destroy 7 pyro and then 7 pyro and as a combo. I at least believe, again, I don't know yet, but I at least believe that would mean that his plate would also set off twice, which would mean the whole board would be green. He would chuck 49 green twice. So 49 green, blow up the whole board, and then additional 49 green, I'll blow up the whole board, which would obviously definitely help out this damage a lot more. I can actually safely assume it would probably give you, in some cases, an additional like 800 million or 800 mil plus. So it is a very good plate to have, but obviously I wanted to get the gear for you guys because I do think the gear is the most important. Entourage is going to be Woods for our 4, and I have Luger for additional 2, as well as all color 40, more kick out, and then 30 more health. Again, you don't have to run Woods. I usually run this way just in case of minus MP. I have Rhea on here for green 35, 25% more health, increased kick out by 50. If you don't have Rhea, Striker Penta, while he is, I believe, mobile, or no, I don't remember what he is. He might be Reinforcer or mobile or something, but he is also green 40 if you don't have Rhea. I also have Roman here for green 40, and any color moves starting MP reduced by 1. And before, in the original preview, I would also just have Penta for 40 more green. However, I am now rocking NWO Hogan for the matching any color gems charge moves of that color by 2. Why? The reason why is if this move cascades and drops a 3-break purple, it'll fill the move again, and that gives us significantly more damage. You do not obviously need to do that, but that's what we're going to be doing for this preview. So if we do drop a 3-break purple, I will be doubling down, and we will absolutely be destroying him. So we're going to fight Acro Pump just like I did in the last video that I used Shawn in. Now we're going to see how much damage we do now. So I will reduce this down to 2 times speed, I think, just so you guys can see better. Our base green is 2.5, like it's 2 million. It's over 2 million in a green gem. It's a lot of green. It's very strong. So you're gonna make this. We're gonna do the random Maria, wild card stuff. Pembar won't move. Also, amazing thing I love about his other plate, his new plate. I will actually probably show it later on, maybe after this, but you can do the swipe and because I broke so much gems here, I guess I'll just show it. I broke so much gems that the mini rumble sets off, right? If you have his actual plate, that would obviously not set off, therefore meaning you would always be able to double it down. I am not going to double down yet. I just want to show you the originally base of this, and then we'll show you more damage as we go. So green is now at 5.3 million damage. We're going to destroy the 5th, which again gives us a bunch of green. So that was 260, and then we destroy it again, and then make 40 into green. Obviously, I presume this will make, if you had his plate, green twice, and that's 700 million. But yeah, again with the plate, you're probably looking at honestly closer to $1 billion just by having that plate. So 700 mil is very, very respectable now for just a 3-click win. It's incredibly respectable damage that I honestly, I think this build is now going to be my new go-to again. In case you didn't know, I think the other one before the gear was doing only 400. I want to say it only did 400 mil, which for some people, sure, that might be enough, but I just didn't. I'm gonna try and get a purple match for you guys so you can see I'm doubling down. And what would happen if you had his other plate? I didn't get it there. Okay, well, we'll get here, and he's not going to hit me. He's going to hit this one green move, and it's going to do, like, maybe 50 mil at most. Probably not even close to that, to be honest. Might do, like, 10 million. It's not going to be a lot. Yeah, 9 mil. So he doesn't really do this. But I want to show you, too, if you wildcard that, or you got this back, what this looks like for your double downs. So here we go. This is the 100, obviously the 5.3. Now you would hit this move again. Oh, we got some green there. So that was 200 million, 210 million didn't move of the pin bar. We hit this move again. We are now at 9.8, almost 10 mil a green gem. So this is going to hit very significant. That was 324. And then now we're going to end it again. I'm guessing at least 700. I presume this is going to do 700 mil. 926, my mistake. So if you do get the double down, he is well into the billions, which is obviously enough against anybody. There's no concern or worry about that at all. That's just big damage, you're gonna win. So that is the normal way that most people run him, and that's the way I'm probably gonna run him now. However, I do still want to show the new way I used to run him before this gear and plate came out. That just made him actually hit hard, because that was my biggest concern with him, is he just didn't feel like he was gonna truly keep an opponent down most of the time. Maybe sometimes, but not all the time. So this I like a lot more for what this used to be. Now, obviously, nowadays, I still think the old build, the purple, green, green is probably going to be the way to go. So let's talk about this build. This is tricolor. We still have the Sweet G music and the flame form in, except now we have a figure 4. You can run any sub you want. It's just I am running this one. So 3 charge yellow. Color sub, choose 9 to make it a green, deal damage for 3 turns, range turn is 0 turn countdowns, they'll deal damage and decrease opponent's red MP by 10 at the end of the countdown. The only difference is the color, everything else works the same, it just depends on what you want to run. The reason why we do this is so then you can always now double down your pyro move. This will always double it down. So this is the really cool thing. So you're going to hit the sub. Now, most of the time, I think this would be an MP short. So maybe 4 break it and get at least a purple. And then you throw the rest down. Like so. He does his breaks. He does it. We set it up for 0 turn countdowns. He does his swipe, and now it's our turn. And as you can see, now having Sweet Chin, and then we're gonna hit the purple again. So here we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. We did get a purple. That was 197 million, by the way. And we didn't move the pen bar. There it goes again. So again, we're doing that 9.8 mil. We're going to be able to hit this again. Now, normally you would just swipe. But we did connect the purple again. So that was another 148. We now can hit it again. Boom. Which now means greens are at 15 million. And I'm going to be swiping this right here. This then also in turn sets off the mini rumble. And that mini rumble is going to make it cause a lot of board destruction. And there you go. That was 1.6 billion damage with this build. I'm going to show you one quick little thing that acts kind of similar, and then we're going to end this video. But yes, Shawn, just with his gear, if you're someone who's trying to decide, should I get the gear, should I get the belt, should I get the plate, I suggest gear just because, yes, technically it'll probably be in the armory eventually, and then you might pull it and you're like, that really sucks because then it's a duplicate. His gear does make the biggest difference by far. It really does. The plate will definitely help. And obviously the belt will help, especially later down the line. But when we get stuff. So anyway, I'm going to show you this. I actually want him to get green boost back, so I can show you a bigger hit here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, yes, eventually having a mythic belt will mean that when mythic plates show up, you can put it on Shawn. I mean, if you can't really go wrong with a belt, and you really can't go wrong with a plate, but again, the biggest difference is going to be the gear. And who knows how difficult it would be to get said gear once it is in the armory, as there's a good chunk of gears in the armory that I still have not gotten. And they've been in there for a long time. Right? It's, you know, it is luck based, it is all of that. And you just don't know. But I would suggest, at least right now, to get the gear. As again, it definitely does make the biggest difference to Shawn. It makes him also very meta relevant. There we go, there's another billion. So it makes him pretty meta relevant. So that is what I have for Shawn Michaels now with the brand new Cel-Shaded gear. Again, I do think this is the way I would run him now, just because, you know, even a 3-click, you're going to do like 700 million, which I think is enough. And again, if you do clip a purple with NWO Hogan, you're going to do into the billion damages. So here, we'll run this one more time while I kind of talk about, we'll end this video. But yeah, I do really think this is now back to the best build for him. And yes, if you do get his plate and everything else, it will add on to it and make him better. Don't get me wrong, it will. It definitely will make him better. And just keep it going up and up. And he will definitely then guarantee to a billion with just the 3-click. So that is what I have for you guys. If you made it this far, consider subscribing, liking the video. Obviously, subscribing, joining the dynasty helps me a lot. And we're getting closer and closer to 600 subscribers, which again is pretty crazy to think about. So if you did make it this far, for me to say this, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.